Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the swamp, where, as they like to say here, only the Gators come out alive. This place is cranked up and ready for a big game today. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the 9th-ranked team, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Bearcats will kick this deep to start us off. Turner decides to field it. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Handoff here from the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And now the handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
In an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
So a very makeable 3rd down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Touchdown, Gators. This quarterback on fire today.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Makes a quick catch.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And at first down, they go right back to him. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Toss play. Back heads to his right. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Runner takes the toss, runs to his left. They make the stop just short of the mark, where it's getting fourth down and inches. Looks like the Bearcats hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Here we go, fourth down. They'll try to run for it. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap. He turns around and flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction, that where they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes, the player is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
The completion sets up a second down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Running back grabs it on a screen. Makes the defender miss. Finally brought down, but it's an explosive gain. Ball all the way to the 21.
And I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
They're going to run it. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. And 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run. And the Bearcats looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. 4th and goal for the team. Can this defense come up with a huge stop? They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. And here's the return from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on an offensive line and their running back.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
The defense does a nice job of forcing the quarterback here to be patient by playing zone. They run a crossing route. Defense is there, but not able to break up the catch.
Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
To the air, it's Lagway. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. 4 set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up 1st and goal now. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Receiver makes the grab, and he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He lets it go on the move. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
The offense now operating in empty. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's an out route. The catch made. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Using his legs on the scramble. They'll avoid the big hit with the slide. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's on the run. Launches deep. The ball is picked off. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender and he throws the interception.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
First down, looking to throw the football. On the run here, lets it go. He flips it to the back across the middle. And he's tackled after the catch.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Now to play fake, he'll look to throw it. Trying to get the throw off. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is.
And he's going to float this one to the right side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. The Bearcats will have to kick this away. Hunter comes out for the first time today, looking to pin him back. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll hand it off. They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Dropping back. It's Lagway. And looking for a big play here. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Grab down the middle. It's Hawkins. Tackle made after a big gain.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to...
Will he score here? Touchdown, Gators. Still no answer for this offense.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Now the important point after attempt. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Oh, and he's got some space here. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. And here comes the Bearcats offense back out of the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Looking to scramble. He bought some time, now lets it go. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away. So second down after the incompletion. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Here's the throw deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Finally brought down to the 20-yard line. A huge gain puts him in great scoring position.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
Looking for 6. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Chris, that ball gets tipped and goes straight up into the air. That's anybody's ball. The defense does a really good job down in this area expecting the pass. The ball is in the air. Ball gets tipped. Keep in mind, the offense or the defense can get underneath that for a play, and the ball hits the ground for an incompletion.
The pass rush closing in. Tackle down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run.
Hello, Mr. Defensive Coordinator. You may want to account for the quarterback. Are you kidding me? A quarterback scramble for this many yards? You got to make adjustments. Account for this guy's legs.
The Bearcats come to the line with 1st and goal. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. Flying for the touchdown on the right side. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Bearcats.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Big guys up front, line up. It's 1st down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
You know, a toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
Caught by the tight end. Picks up 9. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Looks like the Bearcats are in the red zone. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Toss play to the outside. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Pass caught. Can he get in? And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Running right through tacklers. Coverage team brings down the returner. Gators offense retakes the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception in the very first play of the last possession. In the clear at the 25. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Chris, that last carry puts him now at 100 yards for the game. He's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop in front of him, then use that burst to pick up some good gains today.
And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this...
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Makes the catch at the 10-yard line. The stop made at the 5. The offense has a first and goal now.
Pretty good coverage here by this defender, but the quarterback puts this ball right on the money. Nothing he could do at all about that one.
The Gators will line up now. It's first and goal. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Second and goal for the offense. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
So with the PAT, they take a 7-point lead, 28-21. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Return starts from inside the 5. Returner tackled right there. That's where they start the drive. And the Cincinnati offense retakes the field now. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31. It's a first and 10 play.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. Great timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is...
Going for a big play downfield. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
This is a great job by the defense, putting 2 defenders on the most talented receiver on their team. Make this quarterback have to find another option to move the ball down the field.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. On the run, he'll let it go. The QB throws his third pick of the day. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Chris, how about the big 300-pound defensive lineman getting his paw on that football and bringing it in for an interception?
And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. And looking to throw now on first down. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They got some things to work out here. That sack sets up a second down and long. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just...
The freshman's able to get home with a sack. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Second and long for this offense after the sack. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Trying to create here on the move. And he's got his man open downfield. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain moves the ball to the 32. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. Field goal try, no good. And after the miss, still down by 7. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Gators will kick this deep, begin the second half. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Bearcats offense back out onto the field. Looking to throw it on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. That completion makes it second and medium. Offense looking to throw the ball. Dump off caught by the running back. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. And the Bearcats come to the line in a hurry up. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Catch made on the right side. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real...
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Well, no surprise there. They gave it to him one more time. The defense is able to come up with a stop. Listen, this guy's already got 3 touchdowns on the game, and he looks hungry for number 4. Give it to him again.
Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. They'll try to run this one in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Wait, Chris, 1, 2, 3. This is his 4th rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Quick throw to the left. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. He has first down yardage at the 46.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
He hands it off from the gun. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. It keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Hits the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
This guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. And this is going to be a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play with this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. That should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
On the return, it's Hawkins. Tackle is made at the 38. That's a good kick return. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Moving right through the contact. Big play in enemy territory all the way to the 41-yard line.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Back to pass. It's Lagway. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On third down, he drops to throw. But it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Cincinnati.
The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, the Lord.
And the Gators will look to convert here on 4th down. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. That run moves the ball to the 16.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
2nd down after that previous play. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Throwing for his running back. Comes up with the catch. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run the option. Football comes out. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
A quick throw out left, complete. He'll go down right there. Worked his way for a short gain, but not enough for the 1st down.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
The Bearcats with 1st and 10 here. Now here's the toss play. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
2nd down play coming up. Looking for a gap. It's Anderson. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And they go in front here in the 2nd half. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. Extra point makes it a 5-point game.
That makes the score Cincinnati 35, Florida 30.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Gators offense retakes the field. This drive is important. Last one, and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. There's the handoff. They stop him right at the 24.
Well, I know this defense works very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Looking to throw. It's Lagway. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. And he's got some open field ahead. At the 30 now. Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
That's a great way to start this drive after taking over in really good field position, working with the lead. Chance here for a knockout punch.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Pressure is coming. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the deep.
They move the ball into good position, but now it's 3rd and long. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And it's intercepted, a crushing play.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Kickoff fielded inside the 20. He's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. He's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not.
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And the downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Bringing pressure. He's hit as he throws it. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Lets it go quickly. He's got it. A 4th down conversion. Drive stays alive. Stopped at the 43, but that's enough to make a 1st down. The Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Dropping back. It's Lagway. He's moving out of the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete. He tried to extend the play, but nobody open. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. He's going for a big play downfield. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Pass not complete. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Florida offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got it. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Hey, it's a nice game here, and they get the 1st down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Incomplete and nearly intercepted yet again. 2nd down now. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Here comes a handoff. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So now it's 3rd and short from the plus 24. Could be 4-down territory. Interested to see what the call is here. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Quick throw to his receiver. And that one's picked off. What a play. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Oh, Chris, the offense could not afford to throw that interception down by a couple scores. Every series matters. Every opportunity in possession. You need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Can he get there on the ground? They make the stop just short of the 1st. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They've converted both previous 4th down attempts, so why not try to make it 3 for 3? And there's the handoff. The Bearcats keep the football on the move.